everyone, it's Monica. Welcome back to Homeschool Voices. Today's video is all about how to develop a wide social network for your homeschoolers and why you should put in the effort to do it. Today has been a busy day. I don't know about you, but my days are so crazy. So what did I do today? Today we started at 8. We've been really good. I know a lot of homeschoolers start late. We have started late a lot. But now I decided that doesn't work anymore. So we started like at 8 a.m., which is great. We had friends come over at 10. My son and 2 of his friends did coding projects for about an hour and a half. Then we went out to park day, had park day. Now my daughter is playing with her friend. My son's at soccer and I'm making a video. Let's talk about a wide social network. It is worth the effort. A lot of people think, well, I have friends. I like my friends. I know where I live, what's really common is for people to just have their friends that they like, totally get it, and they hang out in their small social groups. There's a couple of problems that can arise from that. One of those problems is if somebody moves. Obvious big problem. If your kid really only hangs out with one kid, that was the case for both of my children, and those kids move, again, the case for both of my children, it can get pretty depressing pretty quickly. And you can really stave that off by developing a wide social network. So depending on where you live and your community and what is the culture there, it might be easier said than done. Where I live, it was not super easy. I lived in this town for 8 years, and for about 7 of those years, it was very hard to get to know people. The culture here is that they stay in their small social network. So the homeschoolers even, you would think, oh, maybe they want to get out and get to know more people. No. They do things, they're in this town, all the kids are in some activity. They're in soccer or baseball or football, and they're kept really busy with that stuff. But that's not the same as hanging out at the park or going to somebody's house or something like that. So what I'm suggesting is that you need to get out a lot. You need to go to park days at multiple times a week. And the reason why is it takes time to make friends. It takes time to get close to somebody, to know if you really want to spend the time that it takes to really develop a friendship. So if your kid is, the main socializing that they have is their sports practice and maybe church on Sunday and the neighborhood kids, is that enough? Because yes, they get valuable socializing from church. They get valuable socializing from the sports, but it's often not the kind of socializing where you're really going to develop a friend. If you change a sports team, you're probably not going to stay in touch with most of those kids. Here's what we did where I live. We developed a group, and it's actually a Facebook group, and it's all about organizing events, activities, classes, and for me, the point of the group, whether it's an English class, a math class, or just, a Valentine's party, it is to have an excuse to get together. Another excuse to get together so those kids can see each other more and more often. Right now, my daughter is at a friend's house. This is the first time she's gone to this friend's house. I don't know if, obviously, since it's the first time, it was the first time that it occurred to her, hey, maybe I like, this girl, maybe I'd want to hang out with her more. And she had to see this friend many times in a low stress, low stakes situation where she didn't feel like she had to be best buddies with this friend. Not that she's best buddies now, I'm just saying it was necessary to socialize with her a lot, and like at the park or in a group setting. So now here's another opportunity for a friendship. Will they become close? I don't know, but it's yet another opportunity. So that is what we are creating in our group. So the whole point is to facilitate activities, events, classes. Why? So our kids can make friends. That's it. That's why. And if they learn some math along the way, if they learn some English along the way, awesome. But for me, from my experience with my family, I know how important that is and how easy it is to be isolated. And we felt isolated even though my kids were at soccer, and my kids, they could play with the neighborhood kids, but once their favorite friends moved away, they didn't really want to, So, how do you do it? First, go on, I would say go onto Facebook, even if you don't like it. Go onto Facebook, see what you have in your town. Maybe there's already a group that's really active. So if you have a group and, there's at least 100 people, preferably 600, 700, 800, 900, because you need a lot of people. If there is a group and there's a lot of people, that is a good start. Then you're going to click on the events section. You want to see, do they organize events? If they don't organize any events, you might be able to work with it. So you want to go to the admin and say, hey, I was wondering if you would be interested in trying to use this page to organize events so that our kids can socialize and have fun. If they are open to it, there you go. That's the way that you do it. If they're not, you start your own group and you just be as active as possible in person and online and tell everyone you can tell about the group. And once you get to that 100 threshold, then you can really start doing stuff and having some fun. But it's going to take work. And in the beginning, you are personally going to have to organize a fair bit of things. Maybe you're going to organize a couple park days a month, a couple of maybe hikes. It just depends on where you live and what fun stuff there is. But you're going to have to incentivize people to come out because they don't know you. Why do they want to come hang out with you? So you're going to have to incentivize them. Maybe it's a poetry class. Maybe it's art classes. People like art classes. They like science classes a lot because no one wants to teach it. So if you do some fun science thing where you do science experiments with kids, you can get them out. If you do a group like this, like the group we have in our town, what I tell people is you can dictate the day, the time, the gender, if you just want boys, the age. Hey, say my kids aren't this age, but if my kid is 7 years old, well, I just want 5 to 9-year-olds. That's all I want, boys, 5 to 9-year-old boys. Perfect, because somebody else can make something for the 13 to 16-year-old girls. If that works for their kids. And the more and more you encourage it, the better. But in the beginning, you're going to want to do stuff that will include everybody. You got to get the ball rolling, and you got to get other people doing it, and you have to keep encouraging people over and over and over to organize events. And you just want to make it as positive as possible so that people want to come and make it as much fun as possible. But the benefits are enormous for your kids. Essentially, it's just lots of chances to make friends, to make new friends. If they have friends and their friends move, it's nice to have more than one or even 2 friends. So I hope that was inspiring to you guys. Please tell me in the comments below what you've done in your town. I want to hear how you guys are creating community where you live. If you have any questions, ask me that too. If this video was helpful, please click thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please click subscribe and the notification bell next to it. In the meantime, happy homeschooling and have a great day.